A lot of people are asking because they love me, and they ask me about a man named John McCain. I have to be honest, I've never liked him much. Hasn't been for me. I've really probably never will.
President Trump criticizing late Arizona Senator John McCain at an event in Ohio yesterday. A growing number of Republicans coming to McCain's defense and urging the president to stand down. Kevin Corke is live at the White House with more. Kevin, good morning.
Sometimes, Sandra, you just got to walk away. That seems to be the message from some Republicans to the President of the United States, who, as you pointed out, was in Lima, Ohio yesterday, and he had a real grand opportunity. He was there to talk about economic security as national security. He had a chance to remind Buckeye Staters it was his policies that helped keep that plant open, you know, the one that makes all the tanks. And to the chagrin of some, if not many, he also used that opportunity to talk about his rocky relationship with the late senator from Arizona.
John McCain received a fake and phony dossier. Do you hear about the dossier? It was paid for by crooked Hillary Clinton, right? And John McCain got it. He got it. And what did he do? Didn't call me. He turned it over to the FBI, hoping to put me in jeopardy. And that's not the nicest thing to do.
He says it's not the nicest thing to do, and there are those even on the right that are saying, Mr. President, talking about this probably isn't the nicest thing to do either. Here's what Martha McSally tweeted. John McCain is an American hero, and I'm thankful for his life of service and legacy to our country and Arizona. Everyone should give him and his family the respect, admiration, and peace they deserve. And it wasn't just McSally. Others on Capitol Hill felt compelled to rebuke the president for what some thought was out-of-bounds criticism.
It's deplorable what he said. That's what I called it from the floor of the Senate 7 months ago. It will be deplorable 7 months from now if he says it again, and I will continue to speak out. We should never reduce the service that people give to this country.
Now, I've had a chance to talk to some White House officials off the record. They're being mum about this. They're saying, I let the president speak for himself. Now, also keep this in mind. It was McCain who famously voted against the repeal and replace of Obamacare. That and some other things that maybe the general public is unaware of seems to have really gotten under the president's skin. Still, there are many who feel like maybe it's time to let bygones be bygones.